think.
Right.
There we go.
The
Yeah.
meeting's being recorded. Yeah, nice. Yeah, recording.
Okay, so I'll just read the prompt. What was the hardest or most unclear learning objective from this lab?
What did we say last time? We said it was a start, right? Like at the start, we were like kind of confused
Yeah,
Hmm.
on
with the
what we were doing.
circles
We
and all
didn't
that.
exactly, yeah. We
Yeah.
didn't exactly know how to find the root, right?
Hmm.
Because we didn't know exactly how to find the root. But then we realized that like we gotta look at when the function crosses the x-axis.
Right.
That's when we have a root, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me just now, it was like the whole IVT theorem, the intermediate value theorem.
Right. You mean
Especially
the
on like
last
the
part?
last question, I was like a little iffy. But once I understood it, I kind of got it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. I don't really have any more to add to that. I think that once we were introduced to it and we understood what we were doing, it was easier once we did a couple of the problems.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go on to number two. And if we have more time, we can just keep discussing. What was the easiest or most familiar learning objective from this lab? I didn't have any experience with intermediate value theorem before this. I wasn't familiar with it, but Sid, I think you said that in our last review that you had taken calculus in high school and you were a little bit familiar with it, right?
Right. Yeah. So, um, I kind of like forgot how it worked, but once we started doing like the practice problems and such to get to the actual like definition of IVT, um, I understood it like a lot better because I didn't have to, um, read the actual definition to know what it meant, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
if I saw IVT, then I knew like what steps I had to take to get there. So I mean, so the easiest part for me was the end because like I didn't even need the definition by the end. Like that, the last few slides are
Yeah.
just putting the practice that I already did to fruition, basically.
Yeah. Luca, do you got anything to add to that?
So for me, the easiest objective, so once we did like the first like few problems with the circles, it became really like once I got it down, it was very easy for me. I just flew right through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that the only one that we got wrong, I remember specifically, was one that
Oh, the one with
wasn't
the
a
limit?
continuous function. No, it was one
Yeah.
that was, yeah, it wasn't a continuous function. All of them had been continuous functions up until one when it just wasn't a continuous function. It was like there was a clear break
Yeah,
in
it
it,
was kind
and
of
it kind of threw us
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
yeah, it was a
But other than
weird.
that,
Yeah, it
yeah, it
kind of made
was.
us
Yeah.
realize we couldn't be like completely certain until
Yeah. Yeah, and
those circles are out of there.
it made us
Yeah.
really slow down and start reading every question really slowly to make sure that they are continuous functions. They always
'Cause,
say
I
that
mean, that can easily happen in like a test or a quiz.
for
Like
sure.
those
Yeah.
curveballs can like easily happen. So we got to make sure it's continuous.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, number three. What do you? I don't really understand this question. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't like the way it's worded, I guess. But what do you wonder
Yeah,
about the lab concepts
weird.
still?
So for me, I still am kind of iffy on the intervalue theorem, but intermediate value theorem. But I could just study it, I guess, get a little better at it.
Did you
Because
practice?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's the same
because
with me, honestly. Because like,
that last question with like the -5 value, like I wasn't really getting it.
what was that again?
So
Do you remember that question, Kyle?
yeah, I can wait. I mean, I got it now, but yeah.
But yeah, honestly, uh, I still like. So I like to do this thing called deep learning, which is basically um, like going above and beyond like what we're meant to learn in the course, so like understand the topic better. And I want to see like, especially with IVT stuff, like how much more we can use IVT and like other problems and like I haven't seen many word problems using IVT, so
Yeah, I get what you're
Yeah.
saying, like
stuff like
practical
that,
applications. Like what
exactly, yeah,
like
exactly, yeah,
what do we use
Mm.
this for? Yeah, that's a good question.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's something I still want to research upon and understand before like tests
Mhm.
and quizzes and stuff. I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
And I'm not really sure. I'm still a little unclear on what is the difference between a root of a function and an x-intercept. Because
Mhm.
and that's something that I can just go, research on my own. But I think that's a good question. Because to me, it's just saying it's basically they're the same thing. It's when the function's crossing the x-axis. So I guess that would be my answer to number three, where I'm still a little bit unclear about. But
Yeah.
um, okay, I'll just read the last part, just to make sure that we're covering everything. In your discussion, each person must contribute significantly at least once. I think we've all done at least once. There must be response slash dialogue to a prompt at least twice from different group members. You may answer a single prompt more than one time if group mates have different answers to the prompt. In your recording, each group member must be visible, or have their full name displayed if on Zoom. You must upload the discussion recording to YouTube and include the URL link as a comment to your submission. Okay. Well, I don't know how much time we're at right now, but does anyone know how long this has been? I mean, I think it's supposed to be 6 to 10 minutes, so
Not quite sure.
Uh, yeah, I'm not quite sure either.
let me. Okay.
Pause the recording. Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
So, do you guys want maybe go over the last part of the lab?
Matt, you kind of were hazy about that, right? We can do that.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be fine. I think you might have to let him. You might have to screen share though.
Oh, got it.
Oh yeah,
No,
that works. Yeah, Sis is
I
gonna
can
do
just
that.
Oh,
go through.
okay.
Yeah, I
Okay,
got it.
cool. Okay, cool.
Continue that sign again.
And we probably,
Sign
yeah,
again.
we don't need.
Yeah.
I take a while to like go through and stuff. I'll just it's lagging.
Oh, there we go.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember this one.
Explain the. Oh yeah. So yeah, we were kind of like debating on this one as well
Yeah, it's
because
Yeah.
tricky.
the table is really weird. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, what is the question again?
So you've got to
Okay,
plug
so
in 1 and 3.
yeah, so you got to plug in 1 and 3. You got to find the y-intercept for both
Mm.
1 and 3, right? So if we start with 1, we plug that in to g of 1. So first you find g of 1, right? So that's
Yeah.
2 right here.
2.
So we have 2. So this is f of 2 because g of
Right.
1 is 2. So we do
So
f of
it's
2, right?
9.
Which is well, we only have 2 minutes, but yeah, which is 9.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then 9 minus 6 is 3. So you have
Yep.
3 for this, and then uh same thing here, 4. And for -1. So -1 minus 6 is -7.
Right.
So your
So
range
-5 is
is
between
yeah,
negative. Yeah. Got it.
yeah,
-7
exactly.
and 3.
Yeah. And that's what you say for that.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, great.
Okay. Well, I think
That's
that's probably enough. I don't know. We went through the prompts, so unless you guys
right.
have anything else, that's probably good.
Yeah.
I have
Yep.
nothing else. I think we covered everything.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'll see you guys in the lab. See you in the next one.
All
All
right,
right.
see you guys.
See
All
you
right,
Thank
later.
guys.
you.